Hello, School District of Indian River County. This is your Superintendent, Dr. Moore, here with our Back to School premiere. And the best thing about this premiere is we're not going to have any conversations around COVID. So my first time as superintendent, where our solid focus has been on preparing for your students to return, solid teaching and learning taking place, and we're very excited to start this upcoming school year. But we have a whole bunch of information to share. So as we go through this information, please grab your son, grab your daughter, and let's do it together to ensure that we have a very successful opening of schools. So the very first thing we want to share is looking at our elementary school orientations. These orientations are so important. You see elementary starts on Monday, August 8th. The times vary, but if you would please get back to our school's webpage, take the opportunity to see exactly what time those are. This is a great opportunity to alleviate some of the anxiety children may experience when going to school on the first day, to have the opportunity to know right where that class is, to have the opportunity to put a name with a face with the teacher, once again helps for a smooth transition as we return for a very exciting school year. Same thing with our middle school. So our 6th graders and 9th graders are going into new environments. This is the opportunity to walk the building, know where the classes are, have the opportunity to meet the teacher, although it be quickly because we have 150, 160 students that our secondary teachers have, but this still is the opportunity to really take some of the anxiety and stress and begin to alleviate some of that. Our high schools run a very tight schedule because we have so many students attending our high schools. You see the times on the screen here. Depending upon your grade level, there are varying times, but once again, these are very big buildings, and it's so much easier for the students to know exactly where they are going. We are transitioning back to a lot of the pre-pandemic environments. So this is a straight 1 through 7 day. Students will be moving to all 7 classrooms. Knowing where they are will help ensure that we get there on time. And our goal as we begin the school year is not to ease into the school year, but to ensure teaching and learning begins on the first day of school. And having students know exactly where to go, having them be familiar with their teachers is a great opportunity to ensure your students are ready to go. We're looking at start times. Our start times this year, as I just said, returning to some of the pre-pandemic environments. You see the start times on the screen, 7:05 to 1:52 for our high schools, middle schools 8 to 2:41, and elementary schools 8:50 to 3:30. Those are the school start times. If you need help with pre-child care for our elementary schools, please visit our webpage. That is a service that we do provide for you in order to ensure you can manage the hectic life in which we all live. Those are the start times. We're going to make sure that we are in class when school begins, and we're going to maximize every single moment that we have. School IDs. School IDs are going to be very important this year. We will be distributing them as soon as we possibly can during the first week of school. We want to encourage students, if you have your ID from last year, let's just get in the habit of bringing that. You're going to need it for bus transportation, for food service, for library services, events and activities. Safety is very, very important to us, and we need to ensure that students have their ID, that everyone on that campus belongs on that campus. So having that ID really allows us to know who is on our campus. We don't have students who don't belong there. Students who are no longer part of our school communities are not there. So please, having that ID is not only to ensure you can get checked out for lunch or check out a material or resource throughout the day. It ensures that we are putting safety at the forefront of our conversations. Transportation, you're going to see coming up Monday, the link goes live. Find My Bus link. That allows you to know exactly where your bus stop is going to be. So I would encourage everyone Monday morning, make sure you find out where your bus is. Have the opportunity to walk to the bus stop with your son or daughter to ensure we all know where it's at. We have done some absolutely outstanding work in retaining bus drivers. We are one of the few districts in the state of Florida that actually have more bus drivers than we have routes, which means we're going to be running on time. We did great work last year in terms of improving our arrival and dismissal times, and we want to be at 100% because we know if students are not in class or they're coming in late or you're not getting your children back home in time to go to other activities or spend time with you as a family, that's not acceptable. So we're going to get your students to school on time, and we're going to get them back to you on time. More transportation. There is expectations, as there is throughout the day, but there are expectations on that school bus. This is a matter of life and death. So please take the time to review the safety expectations on a school bus. It is a very, very clear expectation on how we behave on the bus in order to ensure everyone is safe. There are no distractions for the bus driver, and we can ensure that we are putting a strong priority on keeping your children safe while on the bus. So please take the time. You can use the link that's on the QR code that's on the screen now. Go through that with your child. Also, if you're attending one of our choice programs and you have been accepted and you want to have transportation, please call the number on the screen. Our routing department would be more than happy to schedule a route for you in order to get your son or daughter to your school. And I would encourage everyone in our district really to consider using transportation to get students to and from school. Some of our pickup and drop-off lines are extremely long. Parents are waiting 25, 30 minutes to pick up, or not to drop off, but to pick up their students. Transportation is a solid, safe choice here in our school district. Our bus drivers and bus aides are absolutely wonderful people who care deeply for your children, and it is a great option for you to have, and it will make things smooth, a little bit more smoother as we transition into a new school year. Food. All right, we have an absolutely outstanding cafeteria staff who prepares absolutely wonderful meals for our children. And as we go into the new school year, prices are now returning. For the last 2 years, the federal government has provided funding to offset the cost due to COVID, so everyone was eating for free. As we go into the new school year, we will return to the cost for meals. We have meals at no cost, and we have reduced cost, which requires you to visit our webpage, which is on the screen now, and fill out the application. There will be a 20-day period for you to complete that information. So it goes back to whether you had the no-cost meal or the reduced meal, it goes back to the same category that you were in 18-19. So please look at the costs that are coming back into play this school year. If you did not have the no-cost or free reduced meals in 18-19, you see the cost there. We will provide a level of grace as we come in. We understand this is a new transition for everybody, but please, we have to pay attention, make sure that we are adhering to the established cost or filling out the appropriate forms in order to ensure that we're putting those outstanding meals in front of our children in the right and proper manner. All right, Focus app. Focus app is so important. This is job one, and I would encourage every single parent to download the Focus app. This is the opportunity for you to stay fully informed with what's going on in terms of grades with your children. And I would request that each family create a condition in your house on a weekly basis. At a minimum, you're sitting down and you're opening up that Focus app, and you're talking about the grades that your child has in each of their courses. Our teachers are required to enter at least one grade a week at a minimum. This ensures parents, when they have this app and are going on and looking at the progress of their son or daughter, know exactly what is taking place and provides opportunities to create the dialogue with teachers and parents in order to ensure all of our children are maximizing success. As we go into this new school year, a major opportunity for improvement is attendance. The more children are in school, the more children will learn. So we have very clear expectations around attendance. The research is clear. When students miss school, they miss out. So as we begin this new school year, please have the conversation of being in school every single day. We have a clearly defined expectations with all of our principals, all of our administrators, all of our teachers, that every day matters. So if a son or a daughter comes to you and says, well, Mom, we're not doing anything in school today, we have a problem. because we want to maximize every moment we have to help prepare your children to be ready. So I would encourage parents, if you hear that, call your principal. If you hear that, email me, because we have 180 days to educate your children, and the expectation is we spend 180 days educating your children. So let's work together. Let's ensure that we're providing meaningful instruction for our students. We will take care of that, and let's make sure kids are there each and every single day to enjoy the benefits of that instruction. Code of conduct, and I would encourage every family prior to the start of school to review the code of conduct. You are going to have a great time in the school district of Indian River County, but there are expectations in which we must all collectively uphold. And when you do not uphold those expectations, you will lose the right. So please have those conversations. Every single student deserves the opportunity to walk into a school, feel safe, feel comfortable, know that they are cared for so they can focus in on their learning. No student has the right to disrupt that learning. So there are very clearly defined consequences in place. Attending the school district of Indian River County is an absolutely wonderful decision. We will provide quality education for your children, and we will uphold the expectations, the rights that fulfill that opportunity to have that education. So we will be vigilant in ensuring that we uphold our code of conduct and that students are actively participating and engaging in meaningful instruction. We have a major campaign going out this school year where we're talking and taking on bullying. Have those conversations. When you see somebody or your children share something with you that is not appropriate or puts down others, that you encourage them to reach out to the appropriate adult so we can ensure no student is bullied. No student has to fear or be intimidated of coming to school. Those are just words, but when we collectively as a community work together to ensure that that is the expectation and that is the environment within our schools, that is the best school district in the nation, and that's what we want to provide. We know we need to do this together. One expectation on how we behave, one expectation on what the public school system is doing to ensure all children graduate and are ready to move on to conquer the world, to fulfill their dreams that they've set for themselves. All right, talking about dreams and fulfilling them, we have a new way or a streamlined way of communicating with families. Over the course of the 2.5 years that I've been here, I have heard time and time again the number of communication methods that our school district uses to communicate with families. There are parents who have shared and showed me their screen where they have 6 or 7 different communication devices. And we understand we want to streamline that for you. So we have done the research. We have looked for programs that we can share with you to ensure that parents have no more than 1 or 2 applications to communicate with coaches, to communicate with teachers, to engage in that positive reinforcement. This also eases it for our teachers. The systems that we will be using can be uploaded and directly used through our district webpage and our behind-the-scenes programming, so those class links and activities are automatically fulfilled. So ClassLink, let me talk about ClassLink. That is where your students will be engaging in their Canvas courses, in their online textbooks. Your children will be very familiar with ClassLink. It's the pathway into their curriculum and content. A lot of the homework they will do will be on ClassLink. Focus, as we've already spoke about, is the opportunity to look at schedules, to look at grades. Direct communication with teachers is also available through Focus. Now in elementary, we are purchasing for our teachers PBIS rewards. That is a classroom system where you can do rewards, and we'll talk a little bit about that in the next slide. And also, teachers have the opportunity to text and communicate with parents. Middle schools will have both PBIS rewards and Remind. Remind, the focus will be for those clubs, sponsors, activities outside of that of the typical school day, but still one device in which being managed by the school system to make it easy for our teachers, but at the same time streamlining it for our parents. And then high schools just Remind. So some of the advantage of PBIS Rewards is it has that reward digital token. You can monitor that. You can reinforce your children's behavior at schools through PBIS Rewards. It lets them know how they're behaving and progressing in schools. It allows teachers to connect and communicate with families regarding what's going on in school. So it is an app that allows us to help manage and reward positive behaviors while at the same time keeping parents informed as to what's happening throughout the school day. This app allows us to do this, have that level of awareness regarding behavior progress, as well as direct communication with our teachers. Remind is an absolutely outstanding app. We will load all of that information once again for our students, but it keeps our club sponsors and our students aware as to where they need to be, what they need to have, when they need to have it, and it keeps parents from logging on to 6 different apps to ensure that they're not missing anything. So the intent of these new initiatives is to streamline the number of communication devices that we as a district communicate. These programs ensure that we adhere to board policy, and we're very much looking forward to streamlining this for you and maximizing communication and partnering with our parents. As we go into the new school year, we're going to have rigorous instruction provided throughout the day. We are piloting a new program. It's called Homework Helpline. This is the opportunity to connect and get direct support with your homework. So this is true homework help. You can connect 24/7 to people who are content experts to help with the homework. They don't provide instruction. They don't provide outside activities. They directly respond to the questions you have in regards to your homework that has been assigned by your teacher. So this is an absolutely outstanding resource that we're seeing being done throughout our state. We want to offer it to our students as well. And I would encourage you parents, when they ask those questions and you look at the homework and you say, I have no idea how to do that, and I'm speaking from experience from 2 daughters, I never had this opportunity to say, well, let's get on the homework helpline and get that content expert to help us in real time who has that content expertise. So this is an absolutely outstanding resource, and we're looking forward to really helping our families and parents and students by providing this resource. There's a lot going on as we prepare for schools. This evening, actually, as this premiere is being broadcasted, we're going to be at downtown Friday night, the main street. So as soon as this is over, hop in your car, drive over. Just the opportunity to meet me, to meet district staff. Any questions that weren't addressed in this presentation, come on out, and we would love the opportunity to connect with you. Also, tomorrow, all of our schools are going to be at the mall from 10 to 5, just answering questions, providing resources to you, just the opportunity to meet and greet. The mall themselves, they're going to have a number of resources and giveaways taking place throughout the day. So just a great opportunity to help ease the transition as we go into a new school year. So for me personally, very excited about the upcoming school year. In the time that I've been here, it seems as if we've always been reacting to a reality that was sometimes out of our control, that pandemic, and all of the craziness and confusion that took place as a result of it. Now, we've already shared the data as to how we did during that pandemic. And if you don't know that data, the answer is we were the #1 district in the state of Florida to improve when you compare pre-pandemic results to post-pandemic results. Same environment, same structure of concern and heartache happening, but these teachers, this staff, these administrators, this community came together in a way and improved 16 state rankings. Only one other extremely small district did that. You all should be proud to be part of the school district of Indian River County because we are proud to be in service of you. And as we prepare for this upcoming school year, it is so exciting not to have that distraction in place. We acknowledge and celebrate the success that we've had through the pandemic, but man, we're looking forward to the success that we can have when that focus, that rain cloud is not in our way. So there are no limits to what we can do here in the school district of Indian River County. We're excited. We're excited to be kicking off this school year as we close and prepare to open schools. If you have questions or concerns or frustrations, that is a sign within yourself to pick up the phone, reach out to the teacher, reach out to the principal. We are here to be in service, and there will be times when there is confusion. There will be times when parents have questions, and that is the time to put the school system to work. Call us, connect with us, let us be in service of you. Let us work together to ensure that we are, in fact, the literacy capital of America. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the first day of school.